All right, it's looking good, and we got to do something with the buttons. So we're finished the pockets, and then we'll work on the buttons. Alrighty, I need 2 more of these because it says cut 4, so we're gonna cut 2 more. Oh, there's 2 here, 2 pieces here. Yeah, yes, okay, we can handle that.
Thank you for what you do. You put yourself and your family on the radar of the a-holes with your work. Thanks for being brave enough to do it anyway. Knowledge is the key, and they can't stop all of us, right? We have the numbers. That is what they fear the most. Also, if you are a God-believing, Jesus-fearing kind of person, you have an advantage against all of this evil. You can rebuke it in His name, and it will flee. God bless you all, my fellow travelers on the road of truth. Stay frosty. All right, there you go. It's a lot to eat, but you know what? On the other hand, this has been spoken from many people. Many, many, many. Do we have any receipts? Nope. Not me, not yet. We have a lot of eyewitnesses. Is that a receipt? Potentially, right? Potentially, but you know one thing though, I mean, the confusing part when I look at everything from all different angles, first I just try to use common sense or rational thinking, and if there was these people, Anunnaki or whatever they're called, and they had absolute control over these absolute terrifying hybrids, let's just say they controlled them, all right, allegedly. Let's just say they had the physical power to build the pyramids, which somebody did. That's fact. Then why do they need to hide in the shadows? These beings, these dark sons of bitches, are so dark and do so many dirty, disgusting things, but they're that powerful. Why would you need to hide in DUMBs? What's that, DUMBs? Deep underground military bases or something, whatever it is. It doesn't make sense to me. If you're that dark and you're that powerful, you don't need to hide. I mean, look at what your average dictator does. They jail their political opponents. They kill people. There's been numerous dark countries, shithole countries with dictators, regimes running them, that blatantly send out death squads in the night and pull people out of the house and disappear their asses. That's fact. I'm just giving an example of what you do when you have that ultimate power. You don't really hide it. You don't really hide your motives. You don't really hide your actions because the people can't do shit. That's what I'm saying. That's a confusing part. Right? You've got that kind of control. You've got that. You have it in you to do the most absolute, heinous, disgusting, dark things which are going on. Yet you have to hide in tunnels underground and keep it so secret. What are you hiding from? Who are you hiding from? Right? I mean, I think it's pretty in our faces what the Western governments have proven they can get us to do, and what they do to us if we start to rise up and get pissed off. They just beat the living shit out of us, right? Beat the living shit out of us, shut down our bank accounts so you can't buy food, pay your bills, right? Make it so that you can't travel, right? But meanwhile, they convince our sons, dads, and uncles.
Alright, this is pretty cool. I was sewing down this one, and I ran out of thread. The thread, man, that's crazy. And it ended right at the end here. And this has got a different colored thread. So I've got two different colors on here. Alright. We cannot use the button thing. Let me see if I can't get it out here. Where's it at? Okay, right there. Alright. You can't use this type of button on the on this button thing because it would make it way too big. It'd come off all the time. So what you have to do is get a button that equals almost to it in the middle so that it will work. And I'm only going to put Alright, come on. Get a hold of it. Let's see. I'm going to be putting them back here. So I need to see what I can do here. I hope this pencil will work. We're going to go one right here. Ooh, yeah. One right here. And I got to scoot it down some more. And one right here. So that's just 3. So, let's see. Let's go. I wished it wasn't crooked. Oh, I don't like it crooked. I wished it wasn't. Alright. Let's see what we could do. One buttonhole right here. One right here. And one right here. So therefore, we have our buttons where we want our buttonholes here and our buttons back here. And we're only going to need 3 of these. So that'll leave me 3 left over. Alright, I am going to do this off camera because every time I do it on camera, I really mess it up. And I don't want to do that. So, we are going to do it off camera. Got this done. We'll take a seam ripper and go in here. I'm telling you, I don't know what. I had to stop the machine, turn it off, and then turn it back on. Just to get the buttons to make. One of them at a time. For some reason it won't make, but just one. And that's it. So, here we have one button. And I doubt if I use them. Oh, I did it too small. Oh boy, that one's too small. Let's see about this. Oh, come on now. I know you're going to do a button. Let's try another button. It's fresh, that's why. And it's not all the way. Oh, well, I ain't gonna use that one either. Let's try another one. I think they're gonna be for looks. And if I have to button them, like I got 2 here, if I have to button the last one, I'll put it through and then sew it down, and that way I don't have to fool with that. I'm not but I do need to get a bigger button so that when I do these, because these is what's going to, I hope I can use one for each sleeve. Let's see. Hopefully we can. I doubt it. From the looks of it, I doubt it. So I gotta find a place to put the buttonhole in here. I hope I can do it. Okay. Hello. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm glad you are. Glad you took a trip. And now it's time to go back home. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, come on. This is the back. And this is the front. Nope, it ain't. Alright. That's the back, this is the front. So, now. Alright, let's see what we can do here. And level it out all the way. Let's fold it over and go right here. Go down just a tad. Make sure we have a little bit over. Alright. Oh, come on. You're kidding me. One freaking two strings. Alright. Let's put that over here. And let's start on this one. Okay. No. Let's fold it. No. Let's put some pins in it. I want to do the buttonholes first, so I don't mess them up.
That they got to go fight for our freedom. Sorry, it's starting to look more and more like they're fighting to make sure we do not have freedom. In my eyes now, from what I'm learning. Anyway, well, we'll see what comes. But I sure would like to know what it is that all these beings, dark people, sons of bitches, what is it they're scared of? What makes them hide in the dark? I know the light is good. Light is good, but what makes them hide in the dark when they already basically have us overpowered? Don't they? Don't you think? Anyway, did you hear that growl? That was my stomach growling. Holy shit. I'm gonna have to get some food in there. Alright, looking forward to what you've got coming next. Pictures and videos. I'm holding you to it because so far when people write in and then promise to send that next, well, they disappear. They don't do it. I'm gonna have to get some food in there. Alright, looking forward to what you've got coming next. Pictures and videos. I'm holding you to it because so far when people write in and then promise to send that next, well, they disappear. They don't do it. Send it in. Okay, I'm gonna read one more. Alright, here we go. One more. Alright, here we go. One more. This is titled Heads Up. Firstly, I just want to tell you, brother, how much I appreciate you for who you are, what you do, and what you stand for. I think that defining value is something that has fallen by the wayside in modern culture on a personal, individual level. So, thank you for being awesome. Appreciate the kind words, man. Appreciate it. You can use my name. It is Nate Wilson, aka Boots. In my youth, I was wildland firefighter in Oregon while attending Reed College. I spent many thousands of hours out in the forest, far from trails, and during the school year, would routinely foray to the coast 3.5 hours away, just to run 8 miles through the rainforest and festoon myself with spider webs. I hate that, actually, myself. Spider webs in the face. I've had the experience of sudden fear for no apparent reason while hiking in the mountains off of the coast of Northern California. I was by myself. It was daylight, a beautiful day at that, windy and bright with clouds pulling across the sun, drawing shadows behind them.
This is double-threaded. I used 13. Doesn't say anything about that. It's double-threaded. I didn't know it done that, but that's what it is. That looks pretty cool. I like that. I didn't want to take those button things off, but what can I say? Alrighty. We'll be back and we'll start working on these so we can get these on.
The redwoods and pines are making their oceanic roar. I was in pig heaven, striding up the mountain slope in high spirits when suddenly all the hair on my body stood up. And I felt as if I was walking into what I could only describe as a thicker air or pressure. I ignored the feeling at first, but could not ignore the fact that the further I progressed up the mountain, the worse the feeling became, until finally I found myself standing in the middle of the forest with cold water running down my spine, all my hair standing at attention, and my eyes watering so badly I was crying. Looking around me, I could see no threat, and stood there for at least a full 5 minutes, completely still and scanning my surroundings. Nothing. Yet I could not ignore the overwhelming, profound physiological sensation of imminent death that had crowded into my sunny, windy day, uninvited, unexpected, and not taking any questions. I turned around and descended the slope, having enough common sense to know that I don't even know what I don't know. A blessing of humility that has accompanied me throughout my life. Though on this occasion, it did not incite ridicule, dismissal, or being labeled as some kind of a conspiracy theorist. It just gathered me up and bundled my ass off that mountain. Stat. For years, I could not understand or contextualize that experience until your channel and the people sharing their experiences enlightened me. After working as a wildland firefighter in Oregon, I moved to New York City and decided to develop my skills as a wilderness EMT into becoming a 9/11 paramedic. In Brooklyn South, I spent 6 years in the company of some of the finest human beings I've ever met. My teachers, my friends, and brothers. I had to leave the field due to a career-ending injury in 2009. There are obviously a great many things in this world we are not privy to. I want to share with my brothers and sisters on this channel, people who care about the truth. I know that the Jim Jones jab issue has been mandated, politicized, weaponized, and MK Ultra pasteurized in order to incite and divide the populace.
Alright, let's see what we can do about putting this on. Right here is halfway. I am going to put a pin here for halfway. Yeah, I think I am, ain't I? It didn't want to go. Alright, which way? Alright, that's the back side. So, what I want to do is go up here. Four inches. Okay. And I'm going to put a pin for right now. And now I am going to take this and roll it up to this one. And put another pin. Get rid of the string. Alright. Let's see what that's going to look like. Alright, I can handle that. It's doing pretty good. So, I'm going to do the other one while it's on my brain.
And I have to share that it no longer matters. The self-disseminating, self-replicating nanotechnology that has been delivered into the population by these medical therapies cannot be removed. It has made the human race into one giant lab experiment. Whether or not you got the jab no longer matters. MD, PhDs using dark light microscopy have identified and isolated self-replicating nanotechnology in the jabs. The 2020 and 2023 budgets for nanotechnology on the national United States government level are enlightening. National nanotech budget. And he actually put in a link. Initially, this self-replicating nanotechnology was only found in the blood of the vaccinated. But now it appears it is a self-disseminating vax that has infected everyone and every living creature by virtue of the physical properties of these nanoparticles. If you think this is science fiction, look up OSHA's regulations on nanotechnology, or dare to read the link I posted. It is incredible to me the emotional cowardice people display when it comes to facts and discoveries that are incredibly relevant to their well-being and continued existence. The fact that medical doctors are still injecting children with a product that had highly problematic safety trials according to its own producer's data, had no inserts stating what was in said juice, and is now being shown to be a multi-pathway cocktail of physiological destruction. Everyone is talking about the spike protein and no one's talking about the nanotechnology Bill Gates just admitted to putting into the shots. And this is serious. Potentially extinction level shit.
Alright, I think I'm going to call it a night. We have these sewed down. I hope this turns out pretty. It may not be what the directions say, but you know what? I don't care what the directions say. I'm going to do it my way. And that's what I'm doing. And I think it was turning out beautimous. So now I've got the sleeves done. And I've got the collar done. Now I decided not to put any buttons. I'm going to sew a button on here anyway to make it look like it has a button. And that's the way I'm going to do it.